Hi, I'm Richard.
And I'm Margot.
And this is week 3 of
Kicking it old school.
Charleston Level 1 at Wednesday Night Hop in September.
Yep.
Okay, this week we started out with a couple of variations on the 30 style Charleston Basic. The first one that we did was the jockey, or the tap behind. Want to do it facing? No.
Let's face the camera.
Yeah. So it starts out like this: 5, 6, 7, and rock, step, tap, and tap behind, step, rock, step, pump, and tap behind, step. From a different angle: rock, step, tap, tap behind, step, rock, step, pump, step, tap behind, step.
That may be more confusing. Ultimately, leads, you are responsible for making your follow do this tap on 5 by kind of compressing your body in and actually stopping the forward and backward movement and doing the tap with your foot on 5.
When we partner it up, it looks like this: 5, 6, 7, and rock, step, pump, and tap, and step, rock, step, pump, and tap, and step, rock, step, pump, and tap, and step.
You are responsible for your own toes, so make sure that you are not slamming your toes into the floor. Just do a gentle tap.
The second variation that we did was a stomp in front.
Another hit on 5.
Yep, same sort of counts. The stop on 5. So looks like this: 1, 2, 3, and 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 7. Now for this one, leads, it's the same kind of timing, same kind of step, but instead of kind of leaning your body forward and keeping your hips back and tapping behind, you bring your weight forward and down so that the follow knows on 5 to lower the weight and put that foot down.
Yeah, and as before, we are responsible for our own weight, so try not to slam yourself into the floor. When we say stomp, it doesn't have to be through the floor, it just has to be to the floor.
And it can be as big or as small as you want, whatever's comfortable. So it looks side by the side: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
And the difference between the tap and the stomp:
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay in the same place and then move it forward and down. Okay. After that, we moved on and built on a move that we did last week.
Theme of the week was definitely variations.
Yeah, so we did a variation on the exit from the skip up.
So we did.
So the entrance to the skip up from last week, remember we have the out and in and out, and when we did a cute on 7 big kick. But this week we added a little bit more and said you can do as many of those skip ups as you want. We're going to do one so that it ends on count 3, and then a kick, step, roll off to the rock step at the end. So that looks like this: 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and out and in and out and in and out and in. Kick, step, rock, step. Back to a basic. So the feeling for that leads is, again, leading into the skip up, you have the out feeling: rock, step, in, out, and in. A little bit of a freeze on the big kick part so that the follow knows to hold in position slightly. And then the roll off is this kick, step.
And we're rolling out away from each other, kind of like a car wash. And part of what helps to drive that momentum is when we come together on our big kick, we have a little bit of compression in our front arms. So my fingers are kind of pressing a little bit into Richard's palm, and he's leaning a little bit into me. And that squeeze in helps us to kick out and away from each other.
Okay. So that was the roll off from the skip up. Then we did a variation on the other move that we did last week, the kick-throughs, and we used the kick-through entrance to transition into hand-to-hand Charleston. So if you remember the kick-throughs, again, we start out with your basic, and we offered the hand, and we went into the kick-throughs to the front, to the back to the front, and then we did this extra rock step leads to switch hands. And then another extra rock step to exit. So the footwork for the leaders was your regular kick-throughs are kick, hitch, kick, step, kick, hitch, kick, step. In this case, we do a kick, hitch, rock, step, front, back, front.
You're kind of adding a little run in to get yourself offset from your follow so that you're not doing the kick-through together, you're moving opposition.
And at the same time as we were doing that extra rock step leads on count 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. We are also passing our follow in this rotation movement. So we're passing her front hand to our back hand, and we're giving a little bit of rotational movement to her hip to encourage her to keep in the movement that she was already in naturally for the kick-throughs.
Yeah. Follows, we have the advantage here. We get to continue the footwork that we were doing. We don't have to make any changes. So enjoy while it lasts.
And for the exit, the nice thing about this particular entrance to the hand-to-hands is that the entrance and exit are exactly the same for the leads. So if we're in this hand-to-hand position, it is a front, rock, step, front again. And then we're right back into our basic.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about the idea of that both leads and follows want to make sure that they keep their arms nice and low, and also slightly to the front of their body, so to the front of your seam of your pants or your blouse or whatever. As you're doing your rotation, if you move your arms, your partner can't connect with you, so you want to keep them nice and low and where they were left by your partner.
And the other key to remember leads for the exit to this, much like the exit for the kick-throughs last week, is that when you're ready to close it up and stop kicking through, we swoop in and get nice and close with our followers. So if we have this hand-to-hand, kick and rock, step, swoop in, kick, rock, step, kick, double kick. Okay.
So all together, it looks like this: 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3.
Forward 5, 6, and back,
7, 8. 1,
back
2,
and
3,
forward,
4,
forward
5,
and
6,
rock
7,
step,
8.
forward
1, 2,
and
3,
back,
4,
back
5, 6,
and
7,
forward,
8.
forward
2,
and
3,
rock
4,
step,
5,
forward
6,
and back,
7, 8.
rock step, pump, pump, hitch, pump, step.
Yep. So
that was week 3.
Come back next week and we'll show you a couple more fancy little variations that you can add on to those basic moves.
I'm Richard.
I'm Margot.
And
See
this
you next
is
week.
Kicking It Old School, week 3, Charleston.